Art on Demand is a production of the Cultural Arts Alliance of Walton County, brought to you with support from Alys Beach, 30A.com, and Florida Department of State, Division of Cultural Affairs. While these events are provided at no cost to you, we do ask that you donate what you can by visiting our website, culturalartsalliance.com, in order to help the CAA continue to foster creativity, employ artists, and bring you entertainment, education, and engagement through Art on Demand. We hope you love this virtual event.
Hello and welcome to Art on Demand, produced by the Cultural Arts Alliance of Walton County. Thanks to Alys Beach and the 30A Company for their support in this project. Hi, I'm Sean Dietrich, and we're here at the Grayton Corner Cafe and Wine Shop here in Grayton Beach, Florida. Well, I was born naked at a very young age, a very mediocre looking albino frog in Jackson County, Missouri. When my father died, when I was a boy, we moved to Walton County, and we bounced around Walton County, and I'm still bouncing around Walton County because we can't find anywhere else better to be. Well, now I have been doing everything here in Walton County that you could do. I have literally done every job, and this is not unique. Anybody who lives here has done every job too. The guy behind the camera right now has probably worked every job. In fact, I can hear him laughing right now because he knows it's true. I have worked in restaurants, food service. I worked behind the counter. I worked in the front of the counter. That only lasted for 24 hours. I used to tend bar for a catering company, and that's really tough work. You've never done anything half as hard as tending bar for a catering company. Basically, if you want to know what that feels like, pretend you are a fire hydrant at the Westminster Dog Kennel Club show. Everybody wants to, yeah, you know. I worked in construction work, a lot of construction work. I have laid tile, hung sheetrock, hung roofing, and gutter. So I've built a house from the bottom up. That's kind of cool, but not really, because these houses, you know, build themselves these days. But and then I got into the art scene here from a very young age. The art scene in Walton County is pretty thumping, always has been. That's one of the things I love about it, and it still is. And every year, the artists, they change, they grow, they move on, or they grow and they retire, or they grow and they go into another field, or they grow and then they start working behind the counter in food service again. And so there's always fresh faces. It's amazing. But me, I was a mainstay here for a little while, meaning that most everybody in town got sick of my face because I played anywhere and everywhere that they would kick in, you know, a free dinner. So after I'd do construction work or whatever job I was doing, I would go and I'd play music somewhere at night. And I played everywhere. So I got into painting when I was pretty young, and I was never any good at it, but I loved it. And I painted a lot every day. And so one day a buddy of mine whose wife is an artist down here, he said, why don't you try selling some of your paintings? I said, no one cares about my junk, least of all me. And especially since a lot of them are studies in narcissism, self-portraits, and you know, my wife. And I've got like 30,000 paintings of my wife. I mean, even my wife is sick of looking at my wife. But we went and we started selling them at this little booth in Walton County. And the first day that I opened, I sold like 30 paintings. I could not believe it. I really could not believe it. And so I kept painting. It gave me a reason to keep painting. And I actually, for a few years, painting became my main gig. I was kind of having to turn down music gigs because I was painting so much. I was painting commissions for people. I'd never done that before. And as it happens, I'll never do that again. And that is when I realized that it was time for me to give up painting. And I did. I gave it up, and that's when I started writing. which is what I do now. I have been writing every day for about 7 years now. What I write would be called maybe a blog or a column or a story or an essay or a vignette or an anecdote. These are all different names that work. Whatever you would call them, I have, as of now, written 2,100 of them, which is just kind of amazing to me that somebody could stick with something that they're so bad at for so long. And it has been really a good period of my life, perhaps the best of my entire life, writing. I've discovered myself in a way that I always wanted to, but never thought that I could. The Cultural Arts Alliance in Walton County has been, for a long time for me, very, very kind. They've been kind to all the artists here in the area in different levels of art, different levels of kindness. They kind of helped me find myself without meaning to, because I didn't know I was looking for myself. With painting, there were people who would buy them up or would get me a commission to paint, for somebody's house, to paint for a little restaurant. I did several paintings for a wall in a restaurant. Or they'd give us music gigs, my band. I was in several different bands, so they'd give all those bands a gig. I'd play in this band over here for one of the cocktail mixers. I'd play in this band over here for the Arts Quest. I'd play in this band over here for Songwriters Festival. And for Songwriters Festival, we had a real good little band. And that was years ago, and I still get emails from people who were at that little, it was a small venue, small concert too. We were like the 5th tier act, maybe the 21st tier act. And we were playing to the people with the hearing aids who'd just been on work release from prison and the nursing homes. I still get emails from people who were there, that performance, and we had a ball. We had a real ball, and I'll never forget. That was one of the most fun gigs I ever had. I painted 3 paintings for the CAAs, a painting contest they did a long time ago. My buddy encouraged me to do it. He said, you should do it. I said, I'm not good at contests. I mean, for me, I come from very modest people. We believe in coming in 4th, because coming in the top 3 gives you a reason to be, arrogant, and that's, we're not showy people. We don't even put paprika on our deviled eggs. It's just too braggadocious. So me and my buddy, we kind of got 3 of my paintings together for this contest. And I showed up, and I was there waiting in line, and there were some other very good artists ahead of me. And I realized I don't have a chance in Hades at winning this thing. I should not be here. But I went in, and the people who were, on the panel were all my friends, all very nice people, and you could see that they knew also that I did not have a chance in Hades of winning this thing. And so they were all so nice, because that's what you do to losers. And I remember leaving, and one of them, I won't call names, was like, your paintings were so good. But I, basically in so many words, don't hold your breath. And I remember thinking, only in a small town, in an area like this, could someone tell you that you lost in such a nice way and make you feel like, even though you lost, you're not a loser. Where was I? All right. Well, I'm going to read out of volume 2 of Sean of the South. This was as the name implies, this was the second book, my second book. A little word about Sean of the South. That name came to be because of a lovely woman who's behind the camera right now that you can't see, who came up with that name, who now works with the CAA. So that's kind of, that's a nice little, I would think that the CAA needs to give me a raise for saying that. Seriously, she came up with this name, said she knew that I liked Song of the South, Alabama, and or Song of the South as in Disney movies. And it just rolled right off her tongue, and now this name is used by anybody who knows me. They don't even know my last name, and it's used by my wife during arguments. So we are going to read here something that I wrote after going to the Walton County Courthouse in the Phoenix Springs. This is called $93.50. The Walton County Courthouse is a marvelous place to be during the afternoon. If you sit in one chair for more than a few minutes, you'll see interesting people pop through the double doors. You'll see boaters renewing tags and folks paying taxes, and of course, you'll see people buying marriage licenses. I saw one such young couple. "How was I supposed to know?" the young man said to his girlfriend. "I had no idea it cost so much to get married. I brought all the cash I had." It was sad. His girlfriend rubbed her extended belly, and she said, "You mean to tell me we can't get married because you're short $28? He said, "Don't forget the extra 50 cents. I'm short that too." It was at this point that I approached the happy young couple. Now, I know what it's like to want to get married, but not to have enough money to do so. I said, "Excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear." I dug into my wallet. Out of my pocket, I happened to have 26 bucks. The guy looked at me and he said, "Oh, dude, thanks, but I still need $2 more." And his girlfriend said, "And don't forget the extra 50 cents. So I darted out to my truck and I scavenged through my loose change. After 10 minutes of digging, I came up with $3 in quarters. I jogged back inside and I plopped them into his hand. And the man hugged me. This was before COVID. He said, "Do you want to be a witness for our wedding?" Well, I'd never witnessed a courthouse wedding before. It was a short ceremony, but I will never forget it. The county clerk even waived the extra fee as a wedding gift, and the newlyweds kissed. They said a little prayer while the clerk and I bowed our heads and let people say what they want to say about the world. But I believe in love. I wrote that a long time ago. This is called 6 days, 14 hours, and 27 minutes. And I'm not even aware that I wrote this, but I apparently did because it's in this book. I don't remember writing it, but I just read it. And I mean, the kid's not bad. All right. 6 days, 14 hours, and 27 minutes. Well, hell, I finally did it. I ruined my phone. I was all the way in Midway, Georgia when it happened. I'm too embarrassed to tell you about how it happened because it wasn't pretty. The motel plumber was even more embarrassed than me. The first thing he did was tell his assistant to bring him a monkey wrench and a whiskey. Subsequently, I've been out without a phone for 6 days, 14 hours, and 27 minutes. The withdrawals started after only a few seconds. I experienced cold sweats, and I kept hearing a faint ringing sound coming from my pocket, and I couldn't get my right thigh to stop vibrating. It was like my mother was always calling me. The next day, nothing seemed right. I felt stuck in the dark ages. To read emails, I had to visit a local library. Their PC was ancient. Their librarian used a pull cord to start the thing like a gasoline lawnmower. But the computer didn't really work because apparently it needed new spark plugs. Then there's navigation. Without a phone, GPS, it's almost impossible to find your way to Walmart. I pulled over for directions 3 times. The man working at the gas station was from Moscow. The only English he knew was, "My name is Vadim. My name is Vadim. Which way to the bathrooms, please?" I said, please, can you help me get to Walmart? He said, which way to the bathrooms, please? I knew we were getting nowhere, so I tried to find Walmart myself. The following morning, I awoke disoriented. I had no idea what time it was. I stumbled into the motel cafe, still half asleep. I asked the waitress for a breakfast menu, and she said, breakfast? It's 3 in the afternoon, honey. I said, then just bring me anything. So she brought me a monkey wrench and a glass of whiskey. This book is called Whistling Dixie, written by Sean of the South, and that's him on the back before I got the puppy cut. This is called Fibs. Kids with fathers say things like, my daddy can beat up your daddy. They all say it. And they say it with a sureness in their voices. And this, of course, is ridiculous. Daddies quit beating up daddies during the medieval times. Today, it's more fitting to say, my daddy's minivan can outrun your SUV. No matter what you say, a fatherless child don't have a dog in the hunt. I'm talking about kids like Willie, which is not his real name. He was a nice kid. He was dirt poor. His grandmother dropped him off every morning for vacation Bible school, where he took part in 5 days of moderately competitive activities, led by a qualified outdoor recreation supervisor in a red t-shirt. Me. When kids finished music class, the leaders would usher them outdoors, and there I would do my best to encourage every child, no matter what age, athletic level, creed, or blood type, not to run toward the highway. Willie played hard. He played harder than all the other kids, whether he was smashing balloons with his hind parts or balancing eggs on spoons held in his mouth. He hardly spoke to the other children, and I always noticed this. One afternoon, the boy's grandmother approached me, and she was as country as they came. She said, he thinks the world of you. And that was news to me. See, Willie had never opened his mouth. I didn't know he even knew who I was, really. She said, I wish he didn't feel like an outsider. I wonder if you'd let me tell him a little fib. Well, good Lord. Granny's telling fibs. What was next? Salad bars in the Winn-Dixie? Just to bring him out of his shell, I think a little fib would do the trick, she said. Would you mind if I told Willie that you were his cousin? Oh my goodness. The idea was ill-conceived. The closest I'd ever come to being a role model was when I ate 2 boxes of fried chicken at the churches in Jackson, Tennessee with our youth group present. I went down in history. But I agreed. And the next day, Willie came to our little event as happy as a cricket. I'd never seen him quite that happy. After each activity, he'd give me 2 thumbs up, and by the end of the week, Willie had taken to high-fiving me and calling me Dude Man. I'd never been called Dude Man before. The last day of activities, Willie and Dude Man competed in the 3-legged race together. We won. He slapped my hand hard enough to break my wrist, and he said, you're the best cousin I ever had. It was a long time ago, back when I had more hair. I don't know what made me think of it or why I'm telling you now or what happened to Willie, but it bears mentioning that that day I felt 10 foot tall and bulletproof, and I guess that fathers get to feel that way all the time. I'm sorry Willie's didn't want to. Wherever that child is, I sincerely hope we're still cousins. Well, this is music, Sean, in my green shirt that they bought especially for me. And the wardrobe people, I see all them stand behind the camera, and the makeup people stand behind the camera. My agent, hello. Food person, HR resources, thank you. This is me. I'm going to play some music for you. I want to say thank you once again to Grayton Corner Cafe and Wine Shop for letting us do this stuff in their beautiful and homey place. I hope someday you come by here and get some of their fried chicken. It's bar none. I'm going to play a song for you here that is one of the oldest American melodies that we have. You know this melody in many different ways, so I'll play it in some of their different forms. But probably the most popular form of this melody had lyrics that were put to it in the 1920s by somebody who composed these lyrics for a Sunday school song. And I will play that. I'll play that as part of this, whatever you call it. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Here's another one you might know, same melody, old melody, different words. Do Lord, oh do Lord, oh do remember me. Do Lord, oh do Lord, oh do remember me. Do Lord, oh do Lord, oh do remember me. Way beyond the blue. I got a home in glory land that outshines the sun. I got a home in Walton County that outshines the sun. I got a home in Bugle land that outshines the sun. Way beyond the blue. Way beyond the blue. Shine it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Whew, that's what passes for entertainment these days. Let's see, I'll play another one here for you. This one is one that we would sing at camp meetings on Sunday. A lot of people don't remember what camp meetings are anymore because nobody does them. And there's a good reason for that, because it's hot. And you should have never been doing them anyway. It was hot and it was cruel to make your children sit outside underneath a tent while a preacher preaches for 6 hours and 35 minutes. But we had some great music, and I mean good music. And here's a song that we did back then in those camp meetings. I am a poor, wayfaring stranger, traveling through this wearisome land. There's no sickness toil or danger in that bright world to which I stand. I'm going there to see my father. He said he'd meet me when I come. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I know dark clouds will go before me. I know my way will be rough and steep, but beauteous fields lie just before me. And God whose prayers them vigils keep. I'm going there to see my granny. She said she'd meet me when I come. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only go over home. I am a poor, wayfaring stranger, so poor, so poor. I started playing guitar when I was very, very young, and one day I hoped to become a guitarist, and one day I still hope to become a guitarist. If that could happen, I'd be happy about it. But as of now, I'm not really a guitarist. I'm just more of a guitar owner. My uncle was the first one who introduced me to music. He lived in an RV at the edge of our property. He wore overalls every day of his life and a white, ugly T-shirt underneath it that was covered in food stains. And his version of dressing up for special occasions was putting on a sport coat over this outfit and perhaps a necktie. He had a guitar in his RV, and he let me borrow it. It was old, and he said, you know, see what you can do with this on your own. So I had this guitar, and I did everything I could try to do to get a sound to come out of that thing. I mean, I flicked it, I smacked it, I played it like this, I kicked it. And finally, he came and he put strings on the thing, and it made all the difference in the world. And after that, it was really just an endless barrage of music that nobody wants to hear anymore, old hymns and old songs that I started to learn, and songs that I love. Old songs, like this one here I'm going to play. This is very old. I believe this song goes back to 1919 or 1918. I could be wrong on that. It was written by, or it was at least performed by a guy named Pink Anderson. He used to travel with an old medicine show. And Pink Anderson was a little-known fingerstyle blues guitar player who one day, a band who wanted to form this rock band in the early 70s, I think it was, looked at old records and they saw his face and his name on it, and it was Pink Anderson, and they decided to name their band after him and another blues guitarist. They called themselves Pink Floyd. This song has no relation to that band. I had an old friend named Campbell. Campbell liked to drink and gamble, made his money cheating all the while. He had him a game named euchre, blackjack, dice, and poker. Thought he was the smartest dude in town. But I found out on Monday, they locked him up on Sunday, got him in the jailhouse downtown. They got Campbell in the jail, no one to post his bail. He's in the jailhouse now. He's in the jailhouse now. He's in the jailhouse now. I told Campbell once or twice, quit playing cards and shooting dice, but he's in the jailhouse now. I remember last election, all them folks was in action, trying to get themselves for president. There was a man by the name Bill Austin, walked from New York to Boston, trying to get himself a settlement. My cousin, he's a voter, a very big promoter, always looking for some good advice. They told him to go on to the polls and vote for both X and O. Instead of voting once, that fool voted twice. Lord have mercy. But he's in the jailhouse now. He's in that rock pile now. I told Campbell, go on, head home, leave politics alone. Good advice. He's in the rock pile now. I remember one camp meeting, you should have seen old Campbell, had himself a big old change of heart. He walked on down the aisle and told the preacher man with a smile, "Preacher man, I repent of playing cards." But I found out on Monday, they locked him up on Sunday for playing cards out back with Preacher Bob. And Preacher Bob skipped town, and everyone around said Preacher Bob done stole my cousin's car. But he's in the jailhouse now. He's on that rock pile now. I told Campbell once or twice, quit playing cards and shooting dice, but he's in that jailhouse. He's pushing up daisies. He's in the jailhouse now. Favorite song? Oh, this is my favorite song of all time because it's lyrics, which you will hear and you will probably know instantly. The song was made famous by the Carter family. Everybody knows that. The Carter family sang it and sang it and sang it until everybody was sick of it, and then it did kind of disappeared for a long time. But the song itself predates the Carter family, and it goes back to the late 1800s, but it's still just as fresh, and you can still hear all sorts of bands playing it nowadays, now that it's gone through its lull of unpopularity back to popularity. I love it because of the lyrics. I think I said that already. And you're about to hear them. I'll play a little bit of it from. I can only do that once. There's a dark and a troubled side of life. There's a bright and a sunny side too. Though we meet with darkness and strife, the sunny side also we may view. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on that sunny side alive. It will help us every day, it will brighten all the ways if we keep on that sunny side alive. Oh, the storm in all its fury broke today, crushing hopes that we cherish so dear. But in time it'll all pass away, and the sun again will shine bright and clear. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on that sunny side alive. It will help us every day, it will brighten all our ways if we keep on that sunny side alive. There's a radio in the kitchen on a sleepy Friday night, and Daddy is sitting on the porch, and Mama's at the oven baking apple pie. Oh, for them old folks at home. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on that sunny side of life. I know it's tempting to go the other way, though. It'll help us every day. It will brighten all our ways if we keep on that sunny side of life. One more time. Keep on the sunny side, always on that sunny side. Keep on that sunny side of life. It'll help us every day, it'll brighten all our ways if you keep on that sunny side of life. If you keep on that sunny side of life. Mistakes are free. I'd be like, let's go back to Alabama. Let's go find my dear old granny. She's frying eggs and broiling hammy. That's what I like about the South. They say we come from a real small town. Serve our biscuits upside down. They get all gold and flaky brown. That's what I like about the South. They say do-I-did-it. 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 That's what I like about the South. Virginia peanuts and boiled ham. Candied jars of candied yams. Mix it up with some little jam. That's what I like about the South. Boiled peanuts on every corner. Once you cross that Alabama border, you can gnaw on a bag from here to Florida. That's what I like about the South. I say boiled peanuts. Boiled peanuts. Boiled peanuts. That's what I like about the South. Give me a hole. I had me a girl from New York City, never liked my name, she called me hillbilly, but she was a woman and silly. That's what I don't like about the South. I said, do-wah-diddy, do-wah-diddy, do-wah-diddy. That's what I like about the South. I said, boiled peanuts, boiled peanuts, boiled peanuts. That's what I like about the South. Will a circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. I am singing songs of childhood. I am singing with my friends. Someday soon we'll be together in a world that never ends. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. All right, we've made everybody suffer long enough. Hi, my name's Sean Dietrich, and this has been an Art on Demand episode brought to you by the Cultural Arts Alliance of Walton County, the CAA, my hometown. It's been a real pleasure coming to you, and I'd do it every week if I could, except that I'm stuck at home because of COVID-19, just like the rest of the world. It's real fun, too. I'd also like to thank Melissa Wheeler and Jennifer Smith over there, and Walt, I don't know his last name, but man, that guy's cool. And my wife, who's in the background playing on her phone. She would like me to tell you that if you'd like to buy anything of mine or find out more about me, you can go visit SeanDietrich.com or SeanoftheSouth.com. My last name is spelled D-I-E-T-R-I-C-H, the two words diet and rich put together. That made middle school a living hell. I've got a few books out, and they make great fly swatters, door stops, paperweights, and if you are in a bind, you can rip out the pages and use them to line the bottom of your kitty litter container. I'll sing one song to say goodbye. I ain't weak, but thou art strong. Save me, Jesus, from all wrong. I'll be satisfied as long as I walk, Lord, let me walk close to thee. Just a closer walk with thee. You can sing it along. I can hear you out there sing. Granted, Jesus, it's my plea. I know you know the words. I know you know the words. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. Let it be, let it be. Thank you very much for having me today. It's been a wonderful pleasure.
Thank you for experiencing this episode of Art on Demand, presented by the Cultural Arts Alliance of Walton County, with support from Alys Beach, 30A.com, and Florida Department of State, Division of Cultural Affairs. We hope you explored your creativity and learned something new today. As the creative core of Walton County, the Cultural Arts Alliance of Walton County offers support, connection, and access opportunities for all forms of art, every variety of maker, all levels of learners, and especially art lovers. Through performance, funding, and educational programs, the 501c3 organization directly connects the people of Walton County with the broader view, the critical exploration, and the answers only the arts have the power to provide. If you loved this episode, please visit culturalartsalliance.com and click the donate button to give what you can to help the CAA continue to bring you art on demand. And stay tuned for our next virtual event coming soon.